Hi everybody, Dave Burns here from the Burns and Gambo Show with this week's edition of Dave's D-Backs Download as we take a look at all things Arizona Diamondbacks. Unfortunately, right now, all things Arizona Diamondbacks aren't very good. The Arizona Diamondbacks aren't winning very many games. The Arizona Diamondbacks are way too many games out of first place in the NL West. And the Arizona Diamondbacks need to do something, and they need to do something very, very quickly. Otherwise, they're going to find themselves out of this race before the Memorial Day weekend even shows up. So, with the news that Diamondback General Manager Kevin Towers is going to meet up with the team on this road trip so he can have a meeting with Kirk Gibson and the coaching staff on sort of what they should do. They've had about 40 games now to evaluate the Diamondbacks. Where are they? What do they need? What do they have? What do they need to change? Here's 3 changes that they either should consider or have considered and are about to do. It's today's edition of 3 Up and 3 Down here on Dave's D-Backs Download. And let's start with 2 guys who might find themselves out of a job or at least back in the minors or back on the bench. I'm talking about Paul Goldschmidt and Ryan Roberts. They're your 2 corner guys, your third baseman, your first baseman. In today's Major League Baseball, you demand production out of your first baseman and your third baseman, and so far you're not getting any of that out of Paul Goldschmidt and Ryan Roberts. They need to try something different there. Goldschmidt needs to go down to the minors, I think, at this point. I think the big leagues, it's overwhelming him. It's going too fast for him. He needs to go back down to either AAA, AA, hit the ball hard, remember what it feels like to have success at the plate. I think he can come back and he'll be fine. It happens all the time. Guys get called up. They have to go back down to the minors to get their confidence back. And usually when they come back a better player for it. Ryan Roberts, I was never a big fan of bringing Ryan Roberts back in the first place. I thought last year was a borderline miracle year for Ryan Roberts that was almost impossible for him to duplicate. And so far this year, he's hitting about 200, a little above, a little below, depending on the day. They need more production than that out of their third baseman, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if at some point very, very soon they call up Josh Bell from AAA and hand him the majority of the at-bats at third base to see if he can provide the kind of production they need. Number 2, Justin Upton. It's been a struggle all year long for J-Up to get the bat going. Personally, I think he misses Chris Young a little bit, and they should get Chris Young back very, very soon. But in the meantime, you got to get Justin Upton out of the 3-hole in that lineup for Kirk Gibson. Move him up, move him down, move him somewhere else, give him a different look, because right now he is clueless at the plate. Yeah, he's clueless at the plate for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they're not going to get anywhere unless they get production out of what we thought was their MVP candidate in right field. And then number 3 is a move the Diamondbacks have already made. The promotion of Trevor Bauer, their stud pitching ace at AA. Not to the big leagues, though. He's been promoted to AAA, which is very interesting because I thought all along he was going to go straight from AA to the majors. Instead, he goes from AA to AAA. About the PCL, where he's going to, it's a hitter's league all the way, tiny ballparks. It's the last test for Trevor Bauer. If he passes this test, it's only a matter of time until he's on the big league roster pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And at this point, it might be the sooner the better for one of the top pitching prospects in all of Major League Baseball. 3 moves, 3 up, 3 down, that the Arizona Diamondbacks should or already have done as they try to find answers in this lost season. That's going to do it for this week's edition of Dave's D-Backs Download. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week here on ArizonaSports.com.